Title-chasing Nottinghamshire staged a much-needed fight back on the second day of their LV County Championship match with Northamptonshire at Wantage Road on a day where the visitors registered 3 partnerships of 3 figures. The visitors had slipped to 25 for 4 towards the end of the first day in response to Northamptonshire's first innings score of 260 before recovering a fraction to 38 for 4 by the close. And so there was an awful lot of work for Michael Lum and Ricky Vessels to do at the start of Day 2. The way this season has panned out, many would have expected this match to be a banker for Notts, but the first day had shown that Northamptonshire want to finish a horrible season with something to take into next year. So often this summer they've matched sides for a while only to have some awful sessions which has seen them fall well behind, and the morning one here was another that went against them, with these 2 batsmen battling superbly under some pressure. Northamptonshire new boy Neil Wagner was especially expensive. Both batsmen made 50s in the morning, Vessels to his off 78 balls, getting there with his 10th 4. Vessels never really made much of an impression in his time as a player at Wantage Road, but he is a man who improves his game year on year. Lum, meanwhile, has had a difficult summer with the bat in the 4-day game, and this shot took him to just his second half-century of the championship year. It was a patient one too, occupying 93 deliveries, that being his 8th 4. A thumbs up to the dressing room showed that he was in good order. His partnership with Vessels had balanced this game up, the pair putting on 133 in 33 overs. But just before lunch, Azarullah got a ball to nip back to bowl Vessels for 71, with Nottinghamshire going to the break on 161 for 5, 99 runs behind. It was the visitors who started to take control after the interval, after Chris Reed joined Lum, who was by now looking somewhere near his best, driving the ball especially well, as his side earned a batting bonus point which appeared out of reach after their start on the previous evening. Reed also played an important role to ensure that it was his side who continued to dominate this day. So many times over the years for his county, Reed has come in at number 7 with his team in some trouble and produced the goods, and this was to be yet another occasion. Like all good keeper batsmen these days, Reed likes to attack, and he did that by sending this ball from James Middlebrook over mid-wicket for a 6. Back to Lum, who was into the 90s and nearing his first 100 of the summer, as he and Reed took Nottinghamshire into the lead with 5 wickets down with a stand of 106. In that, Reed made it to a 50 off 114 balls, one of his more hard-working and important ones. It was made with his 5th 4, and he added a 6th just a couple of Kyle Kurtzer deliveries later. For 2 sessions, his side had done a great job to turn this game on its head, as Nottinghamshire needed to do. But then both batsmen fell just before tea. Lum had moved on to 99 when he feathered a ball from Kurtzer behind. Lum couldn't believe it, and he probably won't want to hear that it was the part-time bowler's first wicket of the season and only the 6th of his first-class career. Kurtzer's reward was to be taken out of the attack and replaced by Andrew Hall, who then trapped Reed in front with the second ball of his spell, Reed on his way for 59. So Notts was 7 down with a lead of just 7. Often this season, their lower order has been dismissed quickly and cheaply, but just when they needed some fight, it was provided in spades by Ajmal Shahzad and Luke Fletcher. Both can certainly bat, even if they haven't shown off their skills too often this year. This was a crucial stand that not only gave their side a substantial lead by the end of the day, but also saw the home attack lose their mojo. After avoiding a sharp bouncer from Wagner, met with a smile from the amiable Fletcher, the batsman then went on the attack against the Kiwi, who's not had a debut in the LV County Championship to remember, making a duck and conceding 101 runs in 21 overs with the ball. Both Fletcher and Shahzad made their highest scores of the season, with a partnership which may have serious ramifications as far as the destiny of the title is concerned. Shahzad was excellent, making a 50, the 6th of his career, off 104 balls to earn his side a 4th batting bonus point. The former Yorkshire player had struck 7 fours in his half-century as he took his stand with Fletcher into 3 figures. Fletcher was denied his 4th 50 when he was out just 1 run short as he was bowled around his legs by Middlebrook, the ball just clipping the leg stump, something sorted out after a moment or 2 of confusion. But Shazad and Andre Adams saw out the remaining 9 deliveries, Shazad ending the day on 65 after putting on 114 runs in 34 overs with Fletcher. It means that Nottinghamshire go into day 3 on 384 for 8 for a very handy lead of 124.